Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Steve, board-certified clinical nutritionist and naturopathic doctor, here today to talk to you about health and how God wants you to prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. We've got some things on tap for today's short program. We're going to talk about some of the things in the news. You know, last week we finished up the month of March. We're dealing with allergies all month, and now we're catapulting into April, and we have Resurrection Sunday, fast approaching, celebrating Jesus' resurrection for our life eternal with him. And know this, he wants you to prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. You know, it's frustrating to feel like you've tried everything to reach your health goals and nothing is actually helping. With personalized evidence-based supplements and results-focused professional guidance from Prosper Nutrition, you can have a simplified way to optimize your health. You know, I was stricken with disease many years ago, and Psalm 119, verse 71 says it all for me. I praise God in my affliction, for there I learned his truths. And those truths we are living out today, some 35, 40 years later, and living in abundant health and the promises of that in our family, and helping clients for 30 years at the Nutrition and Health Center. We're pretty excited to bring this message to you today. We're glad to have you here today in the show. Before we get started, remember to like the video, say hello, ask any nutrition questions that you might have in the chat, and we'll answer those at the end of the show. Also, please subscribe to your YouTube channel so that you're reminded when we go live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and when we post new videos. Also, share this with your friends and family who you feel would learn a lot about the new generation of our advanced dietary supplements from faithful clinical professionals. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you aren't sure what supplements are the right ones for you, go to prospernutrition.com. Take advantage of our free health assessment, and it'll let you know specifically what bundle is good to get started with. Well, the bundle we're working on this month is the blood balance bundle, blood sugar balancing bundle, or glucose balancing bundle. You know, so we don't end up in diabetes. And even with you, the topic of the webinar at the end of the month is for all of those that are dealing with blood sugar issues. It's reversing diabetes with nutrition. It's been done. We've even seen it in type 1 diabetics. So we have some testimonies of that. Had a young boy in his teen years at 14 years of age that was told he was going to be put on insulin because he had type 1 diabetes. We did our ELISA immune test and found out his sensitivities, removed those, entered in his lifestyle with good nutrition, good lifestyle habits of eating and sleeping and drinking, and he was able to maintain blood sugar for all those years in high school. I haven't kept up with him lately, but it is a difficult task in reversing type 1 diabetes because of the autoimmune factor involved. It's one of the things that requires a very diligent lifestyle to stay with all the days of your life. But type 2 diabetes and type 3 diabetes, we'll get into more in the webinar, which involves brain function, dementia, Alzheimer's. Blood sugar is used in copious amounts in the brain, so we have to make sure we keep that body well-nourished and blood sugar stable so we can focus well in our tasks throughout the day. So if you know anyone that has blood sugar issues, make sure they register for the webinar. And this is coming up on April 20th. It's the third Thursday of the month. That way we have a whole week after that to give you the promotions and give you the opportunity to take advantage of the discounts that are available. Stay tuned until the end because we're going to be sharing a discount coupon with some of the supplements that we mentioned today. We'll get that tagged in at the end. So last week we discussed some of the political issues surrounding vaccinations and many other concerns. We had an excellent webinar on allergies and immune function, and the immune bundle that we offered to help with that, which everybody should partake of. And some of those nutrients in there are crossover nutrients into the glucose balance bundle. But this month, as we begin our quest in understanding how to reverse diabetes with nutrition, Remember that you can download the 7 Proven Steps guidebook that's free at prospernutrition.com. On our prospernutrition.com website, it helps to guide you in the principles of health that are so important, and supplements being one of those, to rebalance our body chemistry. In 1 Chronicles 16:12, King Asa is talked about here. It was a good king most of his life, but it's interesting at the end of the life how we can get complacent and lose our zeal and miss the mark. That's one of the definitions of sin, is missing the mark. But King Asa was diseased in his feet. Though the disease was great, he sought not to the Lord, but to the physicians. In the next verse it said, and he died and was buried with his fathers. So one of the things that we need to see in the text is this guy was overweight. He had disease in his feet, probably the lack of circulation that diabetics see, and the neuropathies problems that they have. And so I'm sure that what he was dealing with is very common as to what we see today with individuals as they get old and their lifestyle is not in good balance. However, in the news, the use of illegal glyphosate in foods. I'll show you that. I'm going to get us over on this. Show my screen. See if I can get you all in here. Okay. There we go. All right. Give me 1 second here. All right. So trying to pull up that link. Here it is. The link. This is in the environmentalworkinggroup.org. Great website. Just trying to give us the information we need so that we can know what to do in the political realm and what we can do on a day-to-day basis to help get truth out there. Glyphosate is a chemical known as Roundup, and it's sprayed on a lot of our foods. According to this study and this article, the glyphosate is spreading like a cancer across the U.S. American growers sprayed 280 million pounds of glyphosate on crops. That was back in 2012. We also have one up and coming, well, it's widely used today, called atrazine, also another cancer-causing chemical that's sprayed. And we've just got to have a voice in order to let people know that these are poor decisions for our country to be doing. There is a book that I'm currently reading by Carl Pfeiffer. It's called Nutrition and Mental Illness. And in there, he points out about weakened immunity, elevated copper levels that are linked to behavior abnormalities such as schizophrenia, anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorders. So really encourage you to understand that copper toxicity is a big problem associated with neurological disorders, and zinc is a balancing chemical for that. So zinc deficiency, we know widely, is a big problem. Highly encourage you to get your zinc and use the zinc power. That's the ionized form in our Prosper Nutrition line. A couple of books that we're going to highlight this month: Reversing Diabetes, an old book by Julian Whitaker, and The Blood Sugar Solution by Mark Hyman. I've got a picture of those. This one by Julian Whitaker. I like what he says is a subtitle: Reduce or even eliminate your dependence on insulin or oral drugs. And Mark Hyman says the ultra healthy program for losing weight, preventing disease, and feeling great now. These guys are kind of pointing you in a proper direction, which we're going to do all month. But these are a couple of guys that have definitely led the world in good direction towards better health and reversing diabetes. So I encourage you to remember that you're not alone, that supplements are a part of healthy people's lives, and this investment is key for your success. I haven't done this yet. Most of my clients see it when they come in, show you my fishing tackle box that I use supplements with, and just kind of give you a brief run through. That'll be fun to do on one of the programs. Remember, if you're not sure which supplements are the right ones for you, you want to go to the Prosper Nutrition website and register, sign up for that free health assessment, can determine what particular bundle will be best for you. Or do you know somebody that has glucose problems? Make sure they register for the up and coming webinar on the 20th of April. We're going to get into all these details about how you can reverse diabetes, get the pancreas to come alive again. Really, it's about cellular health. And so anything that you see in our website, whether it's cell repair, cell energy, these are activating cellular signaling, and they're going to be beneficial to improve the uptake of glucose, as well as our glucose formula. Let me show you a couple of those. Pull up the website. Here's the glucose support and the ingredients that are in it. Vitamin C, riboflavin, and chromium. Everyone knows a lot about chromium. It's been in the news for years, and studies on its help to get type 2 diabetes under control. But vanadium is also involved as a key component for sugar signaling. So is zinc. So that's why we recommend zinc. You need zinc to produce insulin. Some of these other herbs that are in here, like French lilac, bitter melon, huckleberry, and chastery berry, they all have positive regulating effects on blood sugar signaling. So that is our wonderful glucose support formula, and we will give you more details on that glucose balancing bundle that we are giving you an offer for today. The offer and product discount code is going to be glucose 423. That's all capital letters, GLUCOSE 423, and that'll give you 10% off any of the products in the glucose balance bundle. The bundle is not on the website yet, but the products that are in the bundle that you will get discount on are the Zinc Power, the fish oil, our pure omega-3, which is the purest form of fish oil really in the market today. Also, we have the glucose formula, as I mentioned, and the cell energy is in there as well, and magnesium, which is another key element in glucose metabolism. So take advantage of that and get your 10% off at prospernutrition.com. Can't thank you enough for watching. I pray that you and your family would prosper and be in health, even as their soul prospers. We look forward to seeing you next week. We'll go into greater detail and share some testimonies and more testimonies of people that are getting free of this debilitating blood sugar diseases that are out there today. God bless you. Thanks for watching.